Alright everyone, and welcome back to Back of The Kop. It's episode 6, and it's our post-match reaction to that shithole yesterday. But we've got a lot of new fans after yesterday's performance, haven't we, lads? Loads of lovely comments. And there's one idiot as well I've seen, there's some Liverpool fans saying that they were going to win 8-0. Don't know who he was, bit of a dickhead. But,
nothing in the mirror, Jim.
Definitely AI that, 100% AI. But we'll get straight into it, because there's a lot of talking points for yesterday's game, apart from the fact that we had some silly predictions.
I know we've got to, but I'd rather not talk about it, if I'm honest.
We just talk about Frankfurt for 50 minutes. That'll be good, won't it? But yeah, this is the first time since November 2014 we've lost 4 on the bounce. That was under Brendan Rodgers, and that goes to show quite a lot. We haven't lost, I can't remember the exact number, we haven't lost to United since that Juan Mata brace.
2016,
it was 2016, yeah. 2016. I knew it was 2016, but I clearly can't do math because I can't half 8-1, can I? So
I think it was then.
Yeah, it's 2016, 2-0, Mata.
That home or away?
At home, yeah. That's the last time we lost at home to United. Dan, we'll come to you first. What was it like in the ground yesterday?
Grim, honestly. Like, that's the only word to describe it, I think. There was just no energy. It was stale. Like, people were just arguing amongst themselves in the crowd. Like, it was just disappointing.
It's one thing you don't want, really, isn't it? Especially going down 1-0 after, it was 63 seconds, exactly. After going down in the first 2 minutes, put it that way. Yeah. That's the last thing you need is fans getting on each other's back. That early in a game like that, it's just so frustrating.
Everyone was thinking the big talking point was the fact that we had the 3 losses before it, with 2 trips to London and a trip to Turkey, and they're somewhat justifiable because of the travelling, and everyone's going back at Anfield. It'll be massive for us, it'll be really important, but then if you go 1-0 down in the first 2 minutes, you're fighting an uphill battle straight away, aren't you? It kind of negates the fact you're at Anfield straight away from the off, and that first half it felt like we were playing at Old Trafford. Not because of their support or anything like that, it just mean the way we were playing like a team who were frightened and were away from home.
We started that negatively, didn't we? I think everything was so negative. The amount of times that Gravenberch gave the ball back to the goalie was ridiculous. There was one off a corner that come to him on the edge of the box, and instead of just getting it under control like he normally would, he's let it run across his body and just absolutely wellied it to Mamadashvili.
But like as Jay says there, you're fighting an uphill battle straight away. You just lost 3 games, it's Man United, and you can see in the first 2 minutes. Like, we don't do ourselves any favours at all.
It's the worst start you could ask for.
The game plan's just out the window from it in, and we're chasing the game. Yeah. It was meant to be the game we all got hyped up for, to come back, get a win, end this run, and then within a minute it's like, we're climbing an uphill battle. And
it's not even our game plan changes, theirs does too.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the ideal situation for them was to go 1-0 up and do exactly what they've done.
It frustrated the life out of the players and the fans, and you could see the minute that goal went in, it was like, oh, fuck. And it frustrated us. And even when we got the goal, it just didn't look like the energy was there. Even at 1-0, it looked like if anything, they were going to go on and win the game out of the 2 teams.
I'm a bit different. I had the belief we could go on and do it, and I don't know whether that was just optimism or misplaced optimism, maybe, I don't know. But I was thinking, right, come on, let's go and do this. Now, we had enough quality on the pitch. I mean, I don't know where the quality was playing, like, but we had enough on there.
We had basically every attacker we could have. I mean, we did have every attacker, apart from Rio, maybe. We did have every attacker we could have on the pitch, pretty much.
Quite literally, yeah. Talking about the attack performance yesterday, is there any of them that stood out positively or negatively for you yesterday, lads?
Chiesa and Wirtz, when they came on, they were, good, better than the rest of them anyway. Thought Jones was good as well. But it was like a 4-1-6, wasn't it? When there was so many attackers on, and we still looked so good.
Surely too many players, that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's not to like me, Tom.
4-6 then. I've just proven that Scousers can't do that. But yeah, it just when all those attackers were on the pitch, it was just like.
I do think we had a period there where we were going at them and the crowd were up for it. Like, there was definitely a period.
There was a spell, but the way normally the Anfield crowd rides that spell and it sees it to the end of the game.
But when you score and then 6 minutes later they score, it's like that's it done then. You've killed the atmosphere straight away, because we scored on like 76 or no, it might be a bit longer.
78, I think.
78, yeah, and then they scored in 84. So the crowd's well up for it when you make it 1-1. But then if you concede, that's soon after and that close to the end of the game, there's not the chance for the crowd to like.
The thing that winds me up though is it's been proven this season that we can do that. Look at the Bournemouth game. Look at the amount of games where we've scored 2 goals in such short succession, and there was 8 minutes at a time. So from that point, there's still 15 minutes onwards. regardless of any other stoppages in that time.
When it's United at home, it's different, isn't it?
But that's where I think the crowd need to get behind them.
No, but it is though, because I get what you're saying about Bournemouth, but that was to make it 2-2. That's United making it 2-1. Do you know what I mean?
Surely though, that should give you more fire in your stomach, especially as players, to just go, right, we cannot lose this game now.
I thought the second that went in, the players looked a bit defeated, to be honest.
After Maguire's? I'm talking about at 1-1, when it doesn't matter who you play at that point. You go and win the game because you're at home, and then for some reason we take a throw into our goalkeeper.
I know,
that's where it all started from, and it's stupidity, it's nonsense, it doesn't make any sense. It's playing with lack of confidence, lack of kind of familiarity with everything that's going on. No one seems like they know what they're doing, and it's worrying really. But
as you say, at 1-1, that shouldn't be a factor. All them 3 games before it, 1-1 at Anfield against United, that shouldn't be in their minds. You know what I mean? You just, all that matters there is going on, trying to win that game.
That's all the mentality should be, is let's go and win this game now we've scored. Because Gakpo should have had 5, but I personally don't think he had the greatest of games. He was dead busy. We said before, didn't we, Dan? He was quite busy.
He's the only one who looked like
but again, like, there was so many misplaced passes. There were so many chances where he could have made something dead easy, but he made it look dead hard.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's
out of the forwards, he was the better of the lot.
Yeah, it's best of a bad bunch if you want to put it that way. But you don't want people shying away from things, and he didn't, to be fair to him. And I feel like sometimes he can just drift wide and kind of be a bit isolated. But he was involved, and he should have scored more. Like you said, he nearly missed the goal. But it's difficult. At least he's had a go, whereas some of the others you can just you don't understand what's going on with them.
You can tell from minute 1.
He always does against them.
Yeah, he always plays well against United.
Thing as well, though, like you said, he nearly missed the goal, but that would have summed up his performance. Hitting the post 3 times, missing.
And then I have no idea how he misses that.
How does he miss that?
It's such a good ball from Frimpong. That was a 2-1 win, isn't it? So if that goes in, like, you maybe do then push on for a win.
That's what I mean. If that goes in, and then it just goes back to that point of, right, now we're going to score again. Like, if you ride that 2-1 and score to make it 2-2 like that.
Which it would have been, like, pretty much instantly, wouldn't it? Because I think when he missed that, it wasn't even stoppage time. Like, the ball hadn't even went up yet. So it's 2-2. You've still got the 8 minutes added on. All the momentum.
The fans are looking at stoppage time, going, right, let's just carry on till the whistle goes.
It's like people are mentioning the fact that we're missing a lot of big chances, which is true. That proves to me that some of the attackers that are on the pitch are not the right attackers for Liverpool, because 100%. That's a massive chance that he just has to score.
The thing that baffles me the most is, out of all the new signings especially, and the attackers, the only one who's looked half-arsed is Ekitike. And he's still not starting. How he's not starting? If I'm Hugh Ekitike now, I'm walking into that office this morning and going, why aren't you playing me?
I think now that Southampton red card looks a lot worse than it did at the time, to be honest. Like, because I think you look at the follow-on effect from that is maybe why he's not playing. Which is
it is, but he's also just a victim of another fella's price tag, in my opinion. I think they're looking at it in the sense of, we can't not play Isaac because of how much we've spent. Whereas in reality, you've spent a fair wedge on Ekitike himself, so he doesn't deserve. He's done nothing to deserve being dropped. He was lively when he came on. You mentioned Kaiser and Jones, or whoever else you mentioned. I can't remember. But Ekitike looked great too. He took the ball, and I think his first touch was a little flick to Isaac. And you think, like, that's exactly what it was missing. There was a little bit of link up, because frankly Salah never offered any of it. He missed a massive chance. He never offered any. We were talking at the start in the sense of maybe his game changes and he becomes more of a facilitator as opposed to a finisher. He weren't doing anything. And he hasn't for most of the season, to be honest.
It's just the fine margins, isn't it? That's why it's so frustrating. We could have easily won that game if we'd taken our chances. You know, we had so many, and it's like being like this in this run that we're on. We've had so many chances in every game, and we're just not taking the chances. And it's like, it gives me a bit of hope, but then at the same time it's the opposite. It's like, are we seriously this bad? Like, can we not score?
There was one bit of play that I remember looking at and going, we done all right there. There was one passage of play, we got it, Szoboszlai had it, and played about 3-1-2s down the line, and we had a chance. And that was, we literally went from our goalie to their side at a shot, and I was like, well, we look like we're going to do something. And then from that I was like, nah, that's it.
I do think we looked the most dangerous when we had Chiesa, Wirtz and Ekitike on the pitch, because Ekitike straight away had two chances where he dribbles into the box and puts it wide, and that's what you want to see, because it's more direct, isn't it? It's just more aggressive, and that's what you want to see from him.
Same with Frimpong.
Yeah, exactly.
Frimpong come in and put 2 or 3 balls into the box, and he's not even a winger.
He beat his man a few times. Dorgu on that side, he beat him a good few times, which is you just didn't see from Bradley or Salah, did you?
He done the same at Burnley though, Frimpong, didn't he? Like we said, like, he come on and we needed that energy, and every chance that we had in that Burnley game came from him putting a ball into the box or getting on it and just looking dead energetic.
That's what's worrying me, and again, you don't want to slag him off because he's the best player in the world, Salah, but he's not playing like it at the minute.
No.
And you've got a fella who's playing out of position on right wing who looks more direct as a winger than you do. So at what point you go, right, mate, you're going to have to step out. But Chiesa, everyone loves the bones of him because he scored like, I think it's been like 170 minutes he's played and got 5 goals and assists. Like it's one every 30 odd minutes or something like that. He's a right winger and he hasn't played right wing. So what will he do when he plays there?
Yeah, Salah shouldn't be undroppable.
No, he shouldn't.
He's obviously got so much credit in the bank, which is why I'd never I'd never write him off.
No, you're not slagging him off, it's just, it's not working.
It's just football, isn't it? When someone's not playing well, you play another player instead of them. It doesn't matter. It does matter what he's done last season in the grand scheme of things, but right now it doesn't. Because there's players who are in his position who are playing better than him. So they should play.
I think as fans, we can rightly criticise these players, but you know when there's people like getting on the backs, like the minute he missed that chance, the amount of fucking it, I heard in the ground, and it's just like go the pub and do it. Don't do it there, and get on the backs, and then have the cheat to get off in the 83rd minute. Like
I get the anger massively, of course you do, and that first like expression of when it happens, you know, that and then Liverpool as a fan base, or what traditions taught her, or what our parents have taught you, is you get behind them straight away, or in Liverpool concede the goal, it's Liverpool when concede the goal. Liverpool's ground's the loudest crowd of the Premier League supporting their team after they've conceded every single time, because that's what it should be. You get behind them. Yeah, you can have that moment, God's sake. Yeah. But then you get straight back behind them, and that's what Anfield's lacking for me at the minute. It's just kind of a despair.
I don't understand why.
It was horrible. But again, I think that the tone was set from that goal early on.
Exactly.
But again, as fans, you've got to change that.
I'm of split opinion, because obviously you get behind a team, but you do channel what's on the pitch, don't you?
Oh yeah.
So straight away when you go 1-0 down, it's so hard for everyone to get straight back up for it. You know what I mean? Second half was, I think that's what Anfield should be. We were on the backs. It was loud, and then we scored as a result of it. And
to an extent, but not what it has been.
Not
for what Man United at home should be.
Especially in the game of that calibre. Like have you seen the social media reaction as well?
Not tried to avoid anything to do with football.
Honestly, it'll piss you off even more. There's hashtag slot out trending. People are saying we need to sell Salah. I said yesterday, I walked from my seat just outside the ground, it took me 5 minutes, and in that time of me looking at my phone, they was like trending. And it's just like...
You've got to take all that with a pinch of salt, haven't you?
But it's like
it's not representative of the fans.
No, it's clear.
It's just divvies.
It's clear they're not. It is just divvies, but these same people who are saying that are the people who are going to rock up to the parade, who are arguing Salah's case to win the Ballon d'Or.
I don't think they will.
Who are arguing Salah's case to win the Ballon d'Or, who are saying Slot's the best manager in the league.
Football fans are fickle, aren't they?
It's mad, but I think it's not even just Liverpool fans, it's the majority of football fans, isn't it?
It's just the online fan base. It's not even worth looking into, because it's not what we're like. Do you know what I mean? It's not what people who go to the game are like.
No,
so.
But it's also frustrating when you go in the game and you're seeing these people do the same thing, getting off early, like
of course that's different.
It's so frustrating. Like there was an old couple sat in front of me. The minute that goal went in, got off and said, "I've had a fucking enough of this," and I was like, "There's 15 minutes left, you know, mate." And he was like, "I'm gonna ask, I've got traffic to beat," and I was like, "Are you joking?"
Yeah, I've got Man United to beat, mate.
Yeah, are you joking? And then there was even a fella who apologised to me because I had to go with him. He's like, "I've got to go to work in the morning, mate," and I'm like, "I'm not asked. Go get behind your team. Like, stop getting off early." Like, there's people going, "Oh, I'm sorry, mate, I'm sorry," because like it proper winds me up. Like, what's the point in going and spending your money to not even show your support, or go when there's people who would, and that they'll get the team over the line. Like, granted, the performances aren't great, and I'm not disputing that. You can negatively criticise them in the correct way, but don't act like that.
Yeah,
don't disregard your team.
When you're talking about it's an online fan base and stuff who are having a go at Slot, Salah, and any of them, all of them.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm criticising Salah here today to an extent because he's not been up to scratch, but you still support him, you still back him. It's not overreactions that everyone does. It's you've got to understand what they give to the team, and that people just have every now and then off days, and you can do that in the right way. Like you said, it's not about going online and causing clicks and likes and interactions just to get people's attention and bringing out all these things, because that doesn't help the team in itself either.
Yeah, you have your initial reaction, don't you, when someone's blazed one over the bar, you come back, you come home, you've calmed down, and then you're like, hang on, we need to get behind these lads here. We're going to support them. We're not going to be tweeting about them saying that they're shit or all this sort of stuff. And that's what it should be. And there's a lot of fans that aren't doing that at the minute. And
the issue is, like, I agree with what you're saying, but when you say you have that initial moment of when someone puts it over the bar and you get angry and you get home and calm down.
Yeah.
You need to calm down in the first 20
Exactly.
seconds.
Exactly.
And you need to be in
And
the
then
ground
get straight
supporting
back
them.
behind when you're in the ground.
Like, of course, I was infuriated by Salah yesterday, but I was shouting his name until the moment he walked off the
That's
pitch.
the way it should be.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be leaving the ground early, especially not when we're getting beat.
Listen, we'll touch back on this in the second part, but before we end the first part, I want to touch on a few like individual performances yesterday. Two that were disappointing for me yesterday were McAllister and Carr. They were two that I weren't really pleased with. And these are two names that we've spoke about recently these last few games and they've not looked up to scratch. What are you thinking on them two?
I think Kirk has improved in the second half, but he still was not good enough for that game, especially. Like, you want your players to be up for it, and he didn't seem... Like, it was just a bit... To be fair, like it is all over the pitch, it's all a bit disjointed, isn't it?
Yeah.
He did struggle, and I think De Ligt said post-match, didn't he? Said, our weaknesses are full-backs. Is our full-backs, so they attack them and they're exploiting down those sides, and that it's not hard to see that that's where the weaknesses are. And McAllister.
Because we're not playing to his strengths.
No.
Look at the player he was at Bournemouth. Look at the player he is now. Normally, if Robertson or Trent last season were doing what Kirk was doing and coming inside, Van Dijk's going get out wide. He's not doing that. So it must be an instruction from the manager to go. We'll use you in your build-up when realistically he can't pass a ball 5 yards.
I know, and the manager's not telling them to give away throw-ins, is he? Because he can't throw the ball properly. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of stupidity. Like again, there's a lot of stupidity from him. I don't want to get on his back. I think he's only 21, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's new, but like the system isn't suited to his needs. But then there's also a lot of things that he's doing himself.
Yeah.
Which is just.
He's not the sharpest tool.
No,
it's a 21-year-old performance in a game like that, though. That's a very immature performance.
He's not a bad player, because you don't get into the team of the season if you're a bad player.
No.
You know what I mean?
You don't play for Liverpool if you're a bad
exactly,
player.
so.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you've started, you don't play for Liverpool if you're a bad player. It's just not clicking for him at the minute.
Yeah.
Remember Trent's performances against Man United when he was younger?
Yeah, exactly. He got run back, didn't he?
Even when he wasn't younger, remember last season?
Yeah, that was just when he was a blade.
Still is now. What about McAllister then? He's happy on his performances?
Nah. I don't think he's not fit anymore. I just don't think he's at the level anymore. Which is, obviously, you can't decline that much over the summer, but I just think right now, he doesn't have a place in the team for me.
You think it's a fitness or a form thing?
He can't run, he can't move.
He was one of the ones that was in that from 5 or whatever we were playing, and he just can't run in behind, he can't get back to do his defend. Like, he was so good at it last season, helping out whoever was playing left back. He just can't do it.
Yeah.
And he's just way off the pace.
Bit like a lost puppy at the minute. I can see like every time Soboslai makes a run, he does the exact same thing. And it's just like, that's not McAllister that we know.
Yeah.
It's not him. Yeah. And I feel like it is, like we said.
Felt like they were just skipping past him yesterday.
Yeah. But same with Chelsea. Like the last few games.
He just looks like someone who's got no legs at the minute.
Bit of a passenger in the middle at the minute.
Massively, yeah.
But
it's almost like he doesn't know his own place in the team. You don't know why that is, or I know we're confused with the 11, but surely they're not there together every day.
Yeah.
They should understand each other, but it doesn't seem up to it at all. And I remember I mentioned that at the start a few weeks ago, going like, is it just a bad phase, or is it this fitness thing that everyone was claiming? It's not, because he keeps playing.
Exactly. You don't start if you're not fit, do you? You're just not up to the level right now. So.
No. I mean, by the looks of it, no one's up to the level.
There has to be a case for Jones now, though. He played really well when he came on. I know it was only for the short, he only played for a bit. But with McAllister putting in performances like that week in, week out, like, why not start Curtis Jones? He's up for it.
He showed a bit of bollocks when he come on as well. He was the only one who was able to get hold of the ball and just go stand and run with it. I know his biggest weakness is chewing the ball, and it proper winds us all up. But you know what, in a game like that, when they're sat that deep, give him the ball and let him run at them, because he's not scared to do so.
He seems to have a nice little sort of connection with Wirtz as well. When they both came on, they were linking up really well, and that's something that we're not really seeing this season. Two players that have enjoying linking up together, and those two. I think Soboslai, you can throw him there with Wirtz as well. They are enjoying playing together, it seems, but obviously no output yet.
I agree throwing Jones in. He's looked good when he's played, but is your midfield three not Gravenberch, Soboslai and Wirtz at that point? I mean, I know Jones is playing well, and again, he's a victim of how much quality's in there, but for me, that's your three. If McAllister's not in there, the question at the start of the season wasn't, where does Jones fit in? It was, how do them four fit in? So if McAllister's the one that's dropping out, for me, the thing you go to straight away is that three, but Jones is fighting his case like. And
but I think Jones is one of them players where if he starts, you go, that's why he's not playing. Do you know what I mean? Not to be harsh, but I think we've seen that enough throughout his Liverpool career where he will come on and have a good cameo, and then he'll start, and then you're like, that's why he doesn't play. And then he'll get hooked. I agree with Jay, like that should be, for me, the midfield going forward. Yeah, it's, again, he has got a case, but it's kind of similar to Casey argument, in my eyes.
you look at the attacking calibre of the front four and you go, well, look at them household names, they should be playing, but you know what? Kays and Jones, the last 2 or 3 games, are the only 2 who have come off the bench and looked a bit at Ekitike, who have come on and who have looked a bit at. So, do you know what? In a team full of poor form, play the 3 we're looking at.
It is worrying, isn't it, when you're saying, like so many different players should be playing in so many different positions. That's a sign of a really struggling side. That's just disjointed as anything.
So frustrating.
Tuesday, when is the match? Tuesday or Wednesday? That's a chance though, innit? I mean, ultimately, I think you've got to go and win, especially if you want to avoid that playoff round. But go and let them change the 11 a little bit and prove themselves.
I said to Jimmy before, earlier today, I like it when we have a game so quickly after a bad performance, because it's a chance to turn it around. And
means I won't get called a sausage. But yeah, listen, I'm wound up to talk about that game yesterday, so we'll move on to the second part and we'll talk about the fans and the ticketing system of doing it. Welcome back to part 2. So we briefly mentioned in the first part the frustration of the atmosphere and who deserves to be in the ground. Jay, you've been going home and away since before you were even born. That's how long you've been going. How do you view this?
What, as a general
consensus, how do you think I know there's no right or wrong solution to trying to solve this issue, but how do we head in the right direction?
First of all, just it's very difficult, but it doesn't matter who's there as a whole. Just make sure that Liverpool's atmosphere is what Liverpool's atmosphere is known for. It's getting more and more difficult seeing people who just don't seem one bit interested in the football, and they're more bothered about the picture they take while they're there, or showing people on the phone where they are. And you think, now, like, if you're lucky enough to have a Liverpool ticket, which many people struggle for, there's kids all around Anfield who are desperate to go in that ground. They see it every day when they walk to school and they can't get a ticket to go in there. They're desperate to go in there and make a noise for their team. I don't care how much you've spent on your ticket from whatever website or from whatever person you've bought it from. If you're lucky enough to have a ticket in Anfield, make a noise.
What do you think the biggest issue is for that, Dan?
Touting. That's it, isn't it? Simple as. There's so much money to be made in football nowadays that people are going to exploit that, and they're going to exploit local fans, because at the end of the day, it's simple, isn't it? There's a limited supply of it and there's an excess demand of it. So when you have that, people are willing to pay 500, 600 quid, especially for a game like Man United.
Do you think the club have got a massive part to play in this as well, Tom?
Yeah, I think you know, when the Annie Road got done up and they announced the amount of hospitality tickets and the amount of, I can't remember all the figures and that, but it was like, come on.
That was the selling point for the stand, where it was, look at this hospitality that we've got, look at the money we're going to make off you lot.
It's like that's got no benefit to any local fan ever. And it just looks like the club at the minute see every fan as a customer, and they're just looking to get the most money possible from fans. And I don't know what they can do, because people might say, oh, they're massive Liverpool fans, but then they're just not making a noise in the ground. So it's like, it's all very well saying you're a massive fan, but if you're not making a noise...
Well, Liverpool seems to know, I think that the solution to this is surveys.
And
it's clear to say that the fans don't like it. You can see the banner that was in the Kop yesterday, and all the discussion has been on it online, and all the podcasts and shows that have gone on discussing this survey. It's just, have you seen the survey, or have you completed it? Because I've not completed it.
I've looked at it. I was looking at it literally before. I've not got around to it. I've been chocker, but I don't. From what I've saw, they're all very loaded questions, and the surveys always seem to be, whatever questions they're asking, there's a way for them to mould them into whatever they were going to put in place anyway. Or a way to take what we've said and make it work for what their agenda is, no matter what. Ultimately, the way the club's going, football is a business now, that it is, but it kills me when Liverpool get beat. And it kills me when Liverpool's players aren't performing or anything like that. But Liverpool don't have a clue who I am. Exactly. Now, when I try and explain it to people in work or my girlfriend or family and stuff, and they're like, how can you be bothered going to Selhurst Park then Istanbul 6 hours later? And you think, because I love them. But they're nothing. I'm nothing to them. I'm just a number. I'm just a random name on a sheet of someone who's in the match. They don't care for us. It's if I weren't lucky in my situation of my dad's been going the game for that long, I don't know how I'd get the tickets. I don't know how some of my mates have done it whose parents didn't take them. It's a difficult thing, and local kids are really, really struggling, because Liverpool now want somebody to come who's going to spend 1 day at Anfield a year and spend X amount in a club shop, which no one from Anfield's going to do, because Liverpool is a tradition as a whole. I know Van Dijk wanted us to wear red and stuff at the end of last season, but that's not really Liverpool in a sense. Like, we go to the match, people put on all the best gear and stuff and have a good day out.
That's more Scouse than wearing red, isn't
exactly,
it? Exactly,
that's kind of more tradition. So we're never going to go into the club shop and spend that, and to Liverpool Football Club, that's more valuable than letting young kids from Liverpool actually go into the ground and watch the heroes.
But what is funny about Liverpool is the market Anfield's an experience, though. The experience is going to get worse the more you market it. So it's like, you've got an issue here, haven't you? And they also love producing all these documentaries about the flags and the songs and all the great away support and that, whilst then at the same time killing that local support, that core local support. Yeah. So it's just hypocritical, isn't it?
So hypocritical.
Now, what gets to me, and I understand this is illegal, so fair enough, that's fine. But they put up on all marketing and advertising and stuff, like flares.
Yeah.
And you go, well, we're not allowed that. So, do you want us to make a noise and make a scene or not? I don't understand it.
I know.
It's just like proper, like you said, it's dead hypocritical. Like every point that they make just juxtaposes another point that they want to what they do and another point they want to make.
Practice,
It just makes no sense. But at the point that you briefly touched on then is that you're only lucky, and so am I, and I guarantee you lads are as well. They're only lucky to go to the game due to our fellas. I was on the waiting list before I was even born for a season ticket, and I've been going since that new main stand opened. And it is full of wolves. Like it is just full of people who just go. And there was a woman in front, like 2-3 rows in front of me, who videoed the whole game. Weren't even on the slide, or like, oh, go on, I'll get a video to show. Whole game, zooming in on people warming up, and then it's just like, come on, get a grip, will you? And it's just like, do you now think that that's the key way to giving this like younger generation and the younger local lads a chance is by us passing our tickets down? Because the club seem to think that, well, once I'm dead, my ticket's gone.
Well, it seems like the only way that you're going to be able to do it, because the club want you to give them a straight back.
I'm sharing the season ticket with my uncle. My dad's a Blue, actually. So that was my main issue. But so my uncle's got a season ticket, so when I go, it's sharing him, and that seems like that's the only way I go to a game with him.
But if I don't want that either,
it's mad though, because if I don't have...
Get in trouble.
if I don't have my ticket through my dad, or granted the same with you, how the fuck do you go to the game? Because there's someone 400,000 miles across the world who's paying $3,000 to go, and it's just like, well, they've got the money to do that, and realistically, who's got the dough to do that week in, week out? And they're paying all this dough for hospitality, and it's like, realistic.
I've barely got the dough to do it, paying face value.
Exactly.
It's impossible to do it if you've not got that in your own name, or you don't know people who can help you out. You can't.
It's pure luck, isn't it? It really is. Whether you have a season ticket or not, it's just pure luck.
It is the luck of the
sport, if you want to get one now, I don't know how long the waiting list is, but you know, it's a few decades, isn't it, at least?
Yeah. Well, I've got a few of my mates who've got season tickets, but there's few who hardly get to go, who would kill to go to the game. But there's fellas 3 rows next to me who's too arsed about vlogging it on a camera like this all game, whereas my mate could have that for 30 quid, but they'd rather sell that seat for 4 ton.
Well, that's what they do, isn't it? No, they sell seats as hospitality when you're getting like a meal at a pub and then a programme, and then that's that's what they do now as well. And like that's normal tickets that people give back, because obviously you can give your ticket back to the club, can't you? And then they resell it.
Well, apparently they're clamping down on people who do that now as well. So if I was to go to the game on your ticket, apparently if it gets caught, it's like it gets clamped down massively.
Well, that's
the thing that's trying to clamp down on massively.
But then how would you actually enforce that? Just stop every single person at the turnstile, do you know what I mean? It just seems completely unrealistic to me.
Yeah. Another thing I kind of ask, especially Dan and you, Jay, because you've got a lot of them as the aways. How do you think you should be eligible to go to them? Because there's people who, like yourselves, who get up at 3 in the morning to go to Bournemouth at 12:30, and then you're going to Brentford 8 o'clock on Saturday, and you're not going to get in until 3-4 in the morning. But the club are basically saying that you're not wherever you're going. This fella over here who pays us double the money is, and he isn't going to sing or isn't going to shout or clap or whatever. Whereas you're making these sacrifices week in, week out, going to Selhurst Park in Istanbul within a couple of hours, and it's just like, you poor bear must hate you. Whereas realistically, the club should kind of show some like...
The club should love me more than her. It's ridiculous. There's genuine good match going people who have dedicate part of their weekend and the next morning with a sore head to go into the game. They're the people, they're the life of the club. Them people who get up and support them and go. And like I say, it comes down to tradition for me. It's, like I said, my dad carried me to my first match when I was that young, and I grew up on the bus with all of his mates and learning what being a Liverpool fan was. And that's becoming rarer and rarer and harder to find.
Exactly.
Because one, fair enough, my can't be more grateful for my dad for what he done to me, bringing me up in that way, but it's maybe not realistic for a lot of people. I understand that completely. But in terms of where the tickets are going now, it's going to filter down to generations less and less. The way things are going, local people aren't getting the chance to go to the match anymore, and they're not learning the traditions and not learning what Liverpool fans are and what Liverpool fans do. The average Liverpool fan now, in my opinion, is going to be changing in the sense of when people look and think, what's a Liverpool fan? It's not what Liverpool is, and it's worrying.
Do you think a solution to this is something that I've seen people comment on, is maybe like prioritising people with L postcodes who are local for these season tickets or these membership cards and stuff?
Well, the club do an L postcode sale, don't they? So I know
that goes out to 10 of us.
Yeah, I know that is in place now, but then that's also like, if you're a student with an L postcode, you're eligible for them tickets. So there's ways around the problem, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? It's not exactly targeting the core young Scouts group, and you can't just say it should only be Scouts in the ground. It's never ever going to be like that. No. But I think as a lad who's been, how long have we all been going for since we were 5, 6? I think you've got a right to be annoyed when you're seeing like thousands of day trippers who don't care about the club, they're just there for an experience.
Well, so like you said, I agree, it shouldn't just be Scousers.
It's just never going to be, so it's pointless saying it, you know what I mean?
We've got people who are like from Cumbria around us, and there's people who are from Ireland and stuff, and you know what? I hear them sing more than saying Scousers at the game, and you know what?
They sacrifice hours of their life and thousands of pounds to go and see Liverpool as well.
So we're mates with lots of good people who come from different places. That happens. Just the issue is the people who come in and spend X amount of money on that one day at Anfield, and the number of them people is becoming higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, 100%.
To the point where I wouldn't even know many now, because it could be like thousands.
Scary numbers.
People just looking at
almost 10,000. Like I don't know, because obviously we don't have the statistics for it, but the numbers when you're in and around the ground and you see it, it is worrying.
Like I said, the fella who sits in front of me, he's from like Cumbria ways, and he comes every home game. Like he books his holidays round our home games, and he spends X, Y, and Z amount of money on getting a bus up all the time. And he's up like you when you go to the aways, up religiously at like 3, 4 in the morning, has a few drinks on the bus, gets to the ground, stays like 10 minutes after the game as well, and then gets off. And it's like people go, oh yeah, but he's not from Liverpool, so he shouldn't be in the game. Well, yeah, he fucking should, because there's people who are Scousers and who are these self-proclaimed massive Liverpool fans, but go and then get off at 83 minutes. So it's like, where'd you find that balance, and where'd you find that? And it's such like a frustrating thing to talk about. And I think
because there's no like good way around it, is there?
There's no positive solution.
And there's a lot of different opinions on it. It's just what opinion you hold. And one thing is for certain, though, is that the atmosphere is getting worse.
And I keep coming back to that point, but that lad who you're talking about evidently understands what it means to be a Liverpool fan. And the increasing number of people in the ground who don't is worrying and concerning going forward. There's no problem at all with people coming and supporting the team and embodying what Liverpool is and taking on that action of Liverpool traditions. That's what should happen. Liverpool have got this fan base globally because of the success and how well we've been and how well we've played and been throughout the years. That's always going to happen. Pardon me. The issue is when people come in and don't behave how Liverpool fans behave, and then that becomes a more wider thing that becomes filters down into generations, and soon you become a club that hasn't got that identity anymore. Liverpool's one of the richest clubs in culture in world football, and it's losing it.
And we're always told, aren't we, about these famous European nights. We've all experienced them. It's been happening since the 60s and 70s, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen anymore, because of course it will, but the worse and worse it gets, what if you don't start having them anymore? Because you haven't got that Anfield there that's rocking.
Well, yeah, what happens in 30 years' time then if we
exactly, that's what I mean. It's about doing something now before it's too far gone, and you lose the traditional fabric of the club, I think.
The club need to understand what they've got to an extent, what the core is. The club need to understand that and respect that, and let us build on that, and let that become more of a thing again. Stop treating us as numbers, stop treating us as, or just seeing pound signs in your eyes when you see people. Look at what Liverpool is and let that shine through, because that's more important than anything to me.
It's more important than money, isn't it?
Well, I mean, obviously, I don't know, and it's easy for us to say from this point of view, but Liverpool will win more when the ground's loud and everyone's right behind them, etc., etc. And that's going to happen when more real, traditional, proper Liverpool fans are in the ground.
Yeah, definitely.
So, does that not breed money in itself?
Exactly.
How much do you get for winning the European Cup or the Premier League?
Exactly.
Like, I understand, again, it's a business and it's hard. And it's very easy for us to say from our point of view, and it's hard for whoever is making them decisions to look at it that way. But if there's a bit of common ground, it's get Liverpool where it should be, get all the fans where they should be, what Liverpool's known for, and go and win trophies.
Do you know what? If a lot of these people that were talking about tourists had memberships and went through the correct processes in the ballots and whatever for the home games and got tickets, that's fine. Yeah. But you know they're paying thousands, 500 to £1,000 on these sites to come, and then you've got to address that core issue, haven't you? Because how are them tickets getting there in the first place?
And in the hospitality seats, like you said, when you mentioned the Anfield Road, the amount they put in there, no, give them to fans. Give them to fans who can afford it, who want to go and make a difference.
It's not even necessarily the hospo, though.
I could think of nothing worse than having a meal when I go to the match. I want to support the team, that's what I want to do. I'm not bothered about any of that. But again, it's numbers and it's money. Them seats need to go to people who'll make a difference.
100%.
I think if it does continue to get worse, we saw when the Super League got made, the fans' voice then was huge. I know that this is, to be fair, it could be as serious as something like that, where for fans anyway, where the atmosphere is decreasing. If it does keep getting worse and these surveys keep coming out, and then there's more things that keep changing with the tickets on the ground, if fans who go to the game every week do stuff like with the flags, protest it, the owners will see it, and you'd hope they'd listen. And Spirit of Shankly and stuff, all stuff like that. They'll listen to them. I hope they can listen to them anyway. So it sort of balances itself out, and we see a return to the famous Anfield atmosphere that we were so used to seeing.
One thing I want to touch on just before we finish this part is you've seen like multiple clubs having like ultra sections and like younger people's sections to basically epitomise their fans in this area, and that's where the noise come from. Like Palace, for example. Look at Palace. You don't really see many English clubs with an ultra section, but look at Crystal Palaces and look at their fans religiously. They're so loud.
Yeah, good supporters.
They're great supporters, but it's because the club's done something like that. Do you think it's worthwhile the club maybe implementing something like that?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, and when you go to Germany fan, the way their fans are, all the clubs are fan ran as well. Something I don't think it's possible in the Premier League because of how global it is, but something like Palace or something like similar to what the Germans are doing would be brilliant.
You're never going to get some fella with his top off banging his drum like that.
No, definitely not. No.
I get your point about it, and it should in theory be an area of the ground that makes a racket. Like I get that, but it's also again going back to tradition. Like a lot of people have to think of that's my seat. I sit with my family, and exactly, I understand that too. 100%. It's a difficult balance. I don't see how that gets implemented at Liverpool. To be honest, I don't think it's necessarily quote unquote a Liverpool thing to do.
It's not. No.
I agree with what you're saying. I'm just like there's so many solutions that aren't right or wrong. Whereas I've seen a lot of people say, well, this is the right way to do it. Personally, when you look at, like you said, the Liverpool tradition, I don't think it's the right way forward because it's not a Liverpool thing. It's not something we've ever done, ever. So Liverpool
shouldn't need to. And I understand we're coming at, we're posing the question from a position of, right, maybe we need to soon. Yeah. I get that. But I don't think it embodies Liverpool, to be honest.
No, it doesn't, but what I meant when I said it was like, we need that. The proper fans to be going and
I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way.
I don't think we should have a section like Palace. I don't know why I said I meant in terms of like they obviously have really good access to tickets every week in week out, and they have that section like in Germany where it's just bouncing all
We
day.
need the Kop to be the Kop again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what I
was
mean.
going to say. We have that thing and it's called the Kop. It's just
exactly.
it's lost its touch, hasn't
Exactly,
it?
yeah.
Because of excess ticket reselling and all of it.
Yeah, listen, we'll call that there for our second part, and we'll jump on to Frankfurt and Brentford in part 3. Welcome back to part 3. So now we're going to be discussing Frankfurt and Brentford upcoming after a poor few games. The last 4 we've lost. We can't lose a fifth. We basically can't do it. Like, with the last time we done that was in the 50s and 60s.
Was it?
Yeah.
Christ.
We cannot lose this.
They're not record, do you want to start saying that?
Exactly. They are not at all.
Not an easy game, though.
It's not. But you're going, Jay. Let's not talk about the football for a minute. Let's ignore that because it's really doing all our heads in, isn't it? So let's talk about what are you getting up to?
Getting on the aisle, I think.
I didn't want any other answer, but I think that's exactly what I was after.
Any boat slips, Jay? Or?
Well, down the River Rhine in Cologne, maybe. I hope it's the Rhine. I'm sure it's the Rhine. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Manchester to Cologne tomorrow. Then we've got there's an Irish bar in one of the main squares in Cologne, which one of our mates owns. So that'd be quite good. We always try and go in there when we head over to Cologne. So I've been in touch with Vinny, and he's staying open a bit later for us tomorrow night because I think on the flight the hotel that I've booked it for 8 of us tomorrow night in Cologne. But we know of at least 10 others, maybe 12 others. So there should be about 20 of us tomorrow night in Cologne, which should be a good day, good night.
In the depths of Oktoberfest as well.
Is that what it's, no, that's in September, isn't it?
It's like the end of September, but it's mad.
It runs up to like the end of October.
It's mad in certain places it runs differently.
Oh,
I know it's predominantly in the end of September because I'd done Hamburg early October last year for a stag do, and it like weren't a thing. Because it was like, it's like...
I think Cologne's pretty big on it though, isn't it?
I know it's the big ones, but Hamburg's like Blackpool, mate. It's just like full of skanks. Do you know what? It's a lovely city, but it's just like there's a place called the Reaper Barn, and it's like Connie Square, Matthew Street, Blackpool. It's just like it's so nuts. But you know what? It was a boss couple of days. Like you just go and just get pissed. Like the minute you walk it down there, to the minute you walk like to the other end of it, you're like. You walk one side sober and the other side pissed. And it's just like it's a boss laugh, like, but it's not a massive like place for celebrating. Yeah. So I'm not too sure on Cologne.
I've been a few times, like I said, because at Vinny's bar and stuff. So we'll have a good night in Cologne tomorrow, and then we've not actually sorted out we're getting to Frankfurt yet. I've been busy. I think my logistics planning's been poor on this one, to be honest.
It's a walk.
But the trains are quite expensive, to be honest, so we're thinking of hiring a 9-seater out. One of the lads said he'll drive up. It's only about an hour and a half, hour and 40.
It's that close, yeah.
So yeah, the train's only an hour and a half, so it's 10 minutes difference in the car, but it's a lot cheaper. So maybe hire the car for, I think the plan is hire the car for say 24 hours, and then of course leave Cologne early-ish day of the game, so the lad can have a drink by the time we get there. He can't be cutting into his drinking time, and then next morning drive us back to Cologne where we need to be for the flight home. Flight home's on Thursday night.
Oh, so it's a fly-in, fly-out job sort of thing.
Yeah. You've got to save your holidays for the next one, haven't you?
You didn't forget Galatasaray.
Yeah, we didn't.
You know what? That's good. That the way you can still go to all of them.
Yeah. And we still only done Galatasaray in 3 days though, didn't we? Because we went over the weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But the fact that you went from Palace so that you're gonna make a bit of a do from it. The
minute
minute that the final whistle goes at Sellers, you're like, sound.
We're on holidays.
Yeah.
That's why it was easier to take the goal. We knew we were away then.
Yeah, because you could have had a laugh.
Yeah.
But how do you think we go into this game then? Frankfurt. We'll talk about Frankfurt first before Brentford. It's a must-win game, and we've said this the last 4 games now. It's a must-win game, and I just think we're gonna attack this then.
I hope to see a few changes. I'm sure we will. You can't possibly just play the same 11 again. So hopefully you see like Ekitike will surely come back in. Yeah. I think
old team as well, isn't it?
It's his old team as well, especially. Yeah, of course. So like I he'll want to play. I'd like to see Frimpong come in. Yeah. If not right back for Salah. And I'd like to see Robertson come back in as well.
I agree.
And then I'd like to see Keita play. So if Salah doesn't play, maybe Keita on the right, or even on the left. A few changes would be nice. And as you say, you do want to win because you don't want to get dragged into the knockout phase where you've got to play an extra 2 games. Then in an already busy period.
More time off work.
Yeah, so
More money.
so hopefully, yeah, we win and just start to regain a bit of form again.
Yeah, do you reckon them new Manc fans would love it if I say, yeah, TK's going to score 8 and we win 8-0 tomorrow? Do you reckon they'd like that?
Stop calling them fans.
No, yeah, they're not our fans, you know, honestly.
They like to think so, don't they?
Just giving you jib in the comments.
Oh, I'm all for it, me though. What about you, Sam? How do you go into this?
I want to see changes. I wanted to see changes for the United game. I was so disappointed when I saw the team because I was like, why are we playing the same team that have played so poorly against Chelsea? And
so we all in agreement for changes.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Let's all discuss our changes now. We'll pick our 11. So obviously, Mohamed really has to go and go because Alisson's not there.
Yeah.
Back line, what are we going for? I think both fullbacks that you said, I go for Mpong and Robbo.
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement with that?
Yeah.
Centre-halves are pretty nailed on.
Yeah, centre-halves.
Gomez fit? Is he?
I don't know if he was on the
Genuinely don't know.
I'm not sure. To be fair, I don't have a clue, to be fair.
If he is, I'm saying I wouldn't play Kanate. I don't know who I'd play there, but if possible.
I'm unsure if he fit or not, so I have to just put Kanate down.
Yeah, well, fair enough, yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, Gomez is not fit, so I'm just making that assumption that we normally take. So
put Endo there as well.
Put Gravenberch.
Is he fit? Is anyone fit?
There's concerns about Gravenberch, isn't there?
I don't know what
his ankle in.
Yeah.
I think we're finding out today or tomorrow about his fitness.
I don't reckon he'll play then.
No, I don't think.
I think he'll miss
it's a bit soon, isn't it? If he's went off injury, it is a bit soon, isn't it?
I think he'll miss midweek if that's the case then.
McAllister's the like then.
No, I'll give Jones a chance. You just wanted Jones
I wouldn't be. I can't see it though.
Would you play Jones as a 6 then?
Actually, remember in the Community Shield, didn't he play? Playing Jones as Szoboszlai in the Community Shield, didn't he?
He played Jones as a 6 and Jones was like, it was mad.
It was tucked in shirt.
He was like playing in between the two centre backs really, so at one point it looked like it was 3 centre halves. You get the ball off the goalie, get on the half turn and just drive like what he's good at. So would you play Jones in the 6 if Gravenberch is unavailable?
The CDM, do you mean?
Oh yeah, all our FIFA knowledge.
No, I'd play them too. Like he's done it before, so.
Are we still sticking with the double pivot, or are we just gonna go to single?
I don't even know what we play.
I don't know what that means.
I'd have Jones and
just play 11 players, you'll win.
But I really want Wirtz to play because I think he'll want to play against Frankfurt. He knows them very well.
Might play well because it's the Bundesliga team.
I was just gonna
I've got my fingers crossed that he'll have a big influence on the game because he knows them well. It's a German team.
He'll play him on Wednesday.
Yeah, I think he has to play Wednesday because again, like you said, it's familiarity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Playing against them before.
I was just saying, play everyone who's came from Germany.
Yeah.
And just like, because they all deserve chances as well, really.
Yeah.
So we're in agreement, Jones, obviously, Wirtz in midfield 3.
If Gravenberch can't play,
yeah. I think even if he can't play, I might do that.
Yeah.
I'd do that, you know.
Rest.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do. I think again, like we said before, you've got to throw Jones in.
Yeah.
I think, especially in a game like this, it's easier to argue his case in a Frankfurt than a Brentford game. So I'd throw him in for this definitely.
Yeah, go with Jones.
From 3, where we going? I'm saying Chiesa rechter case, and then I'm gonna go Salah.
I don't think Salah play. I don't want.
I know people are gonna argue.
I really want to see. I really want to see Isak and Ekitike get a lot more minutes together, and I think this was the good game, a good game to do it. And then I also want Chiesa to play, but that does mean Salah obviously falling out for like, which is mad. Like you wouldn't have said this at the start of the season, dropping Salah in a Champions League game away from home, but like he just hasn't been good enough, has he?
That's what I'd do.
And Chiesa had a massive influence.
I see in our last 5 games, Chiesa's like scored 1, assisted 4, is it?
Yeah, he's on 5 goal contributions.
I
think that's in the past
70 minutes. It's like every
35 games, you know.
Yeah.
It's just the issue with Chiesa is can he play for longer than 60 minutes?
He's
in the Southampton though, didn't
he? He played.
There's options there though. Even if he does play, Gakpo can come on.
Yeah.
Salah can come on.
You're not asking your starting 11 to play 90 minutes. That very rarely happens.
So.
Just give the kid a chance because he's making an impact, and Salah isn't for me.
I seen a tweet where you said then about Gakpo. He's going to play Gakpo. I seen a tweet and it was like, he's a shag slot swipe and Gakpo grassed on him.
Yeah, he's just got this bias for Gakpo, like, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So there was another one that made me laugh. It said something like, Slot's built a £500 million season. And Cody Gakpo.
Fully out though, hasn't he?
But like that's the thing. He done his job at the weekend. I know the game didn't go as well, so we can't be slagging him off that much. But it's just a good opportunity for change and let people go and prove what they can do. It's a big game. It's an important game. Go and get back on track and let the lads who look lively when they come on, let them go and prove it and do it from the start.
So we're going to go Keys on the right, Gakpo on the left, Ekitike down the middle. Are we going to swerve Salah for this one?
No, Ekitike and Isak for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ekitike and
I
Isak.
thought-
I don't know how that works.
I want to
like,
see them
but
together.
I thought Isak played his best football on
When
Sunday
Ekitike
when
won.
Ekitike
He
came
did.
on.
Yeah.
I think that's when they both look bright
Yeah.
in linking up with each other.
So you're
So I've
pushing Ekitike out left, Isak down the middle,
Chiesa on the right.
and then
in his
Keys on the
position.
right or Salah.
Yeah.
What he's,
So
what he,
Chiesa, like, even to give Salah a rest, because alright, he's
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
poor, but he's, you know, still
well,
good at
I
it.
agree with that with Gakpo as well, because
Yeah,
it's evidently last season that he can't play
Yeah.
so many games on the
Yeah.
trot because he just...
because he's quite, he's a bit injury prone as
Bit
well.
robust,
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
so.
He always goes missing away games as well.
Yeah.
Like, when he plays at Anfield, he does all right. He's involved. Away games, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the 11 we're going for.
Just a good chance for a bit of change.
Yeah.
Like you say,
Yeah.
you don't know how that Isak and Ekitike thing's going to work, because I feel like when you have saw them on the pitch at the same time, it's been a bit in like a bit of desperation and
Yeah,
just kind of
that's
get them on, and they've not
Yeah.
necessarily got a home on the pitch, it's just go and play.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying this Ekitike off the left, we don't even know whether he can play there. I hope he can.
We just
Then I want to
assume
see
so.
it, yeah.
We all
But,
just think he can. Yeah.
But them two chances, you know, the other day we were saying he
Came from there.
they came
Yeah.
from the left, didn't they? So
Yeah, lifted from there.
it's obvious that he can make things happen from the left,
Yeah.
can't he? So
Whatever happens, he's got to be on the pitch.
play an exciting lineup. We're on a board watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pesky up front, fucking.
I'll play a team that'll win, I've said. Forget all this double pivot nonsense and all that. Just win the match.
I think we can't really talk about Brentford too much because we've got another game upcoming, and the main talking point for me is that we've lost back-to-back Premier League games. We're going
Back to back.
well, oh fucking hell, yeah, we've lost 3 Premier League games. Ignore me, yeah. We've lost 3 Premier League
Yeah.
games. We can't afford to lose a 4th
No, we
Premier
can't.
League game. I know Brentford away will be a tough one,
Yeah.
but we can't have Jordan Henderson doing doggies in that midfield, can
No.
we? We can't allow that.
It's going to be a painful watch. I think Brentford love sitting back, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's going to be, we're going to have to be patient. It's going to be one of those games.
Them
you're
long
gonna have to-
throws are going to do us in.
Yeah. It's Brentford. They're a tough one to call because it's so early in the season. The manager's left. A lot of the good players have left. And they haven't started too well. They played well against Man United.
Brilliant.
But
Yeah, just kick us even more while we're down.
yeah, it is a hard one to call. And usually I will back us, but I don't know. You don't know, do you?
Yeah,
The
it
form-
is
We're
hard.
not doing predictions, by the way.
no,
before you
not
have
a
a
chance.
I agree.
Not a
Yeah.
chance.
I'm not doing that. It's mad. Like I'll always go into every game as we're going to win.
Yeah.
Regardless
Yeah.
of us at the form we're on, because as a fan you can't do that. You can't go
Yeah,
into the game going, well, we're gonna get beat here because we have the last 4, or we're gonna drop points somehow. Like
Yeah.
There's got to be a reaction at some point, hasn't there?
there's got to be a
There's gotta
turning
be.
point. And do you know what?
We're not going to lose forever, so which game is it going to be where we get found?
Yeah.
No, it's true though, isn't it? You know,
Well in, Dan.
I wouldn't be surprised if we lost the next 2, but at some point it has got to change. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's either Wednesday or Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's both.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
It should be. They put
Should
up
be.
more than good enough
It's
to
gotta
win
be.
Yeah.
both them games.
Yeah.
100%.
But that's what I mean. Like when people are like going into this mentality of like, well, we've lost the last 4, so we're gonna lose these 2 as well, are we? It's United mentality, put it that way.
Yeah.
And that's not us. That's not our club, really, is it?
Mhm.
Like fucking hell. Shall I start saying now? Well, if we win 5 games, let's not. I'm gonna get my haircut. Like that's how bad it's getting
Yeah.
it got for them. Whereas that we've never done that. Like and as fans, just get behind your fucking team. And I know
Yeah.
we've said it in every part, but you know what? This is a massive week for us. It's a really big week. We've come off 4
So, like
consecutive losses.
you could fall really far behind in both the league and Champions League
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
So
We could have went 8 clear in the league the other week. We're now 4 behind.
we went from 5 clear to 4 behind
Yeah.
in the space of 4 games, which is
Yeah.
bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that is really bad.
It's mad how much like 3 or 4 games can change.
Yeah. I know.
And we now have to do the hard work and dig it out. And I
What
know
I
Brent-
like, a bit of a positive for me is that we've got so many games
Yeah.
coming up.
It's only
Yeah.
October.
So-
Like that could easily happen again.
Yeah.
Arsenal could. To be fair, Arsenal look. They don't look like they're going to get skated in defence this season.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
But that could easily happen to them. That could
Yeah.
easily happen to City.
But look at the
And
form
we
they had
could
last
just keep
season
on
as well.
winning. We could just keep on winning. It's only October. So much time
Yeah.
to turn it around.
But again, like you said, Arsenal don't look easily skated, but we beat them.
Yeah.
Like they don't look like cracking, but we're capable.
They're gonna be really good. This,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, they are.
They're gonna go all the way. Aren't
I think it'll be a 3-horse race this season. People think that we were gonna walk in because we've all this money and turn it up. it's City and Arsenal have got stuff to prove as well, so it's gonna be a 3-horse race to the end, and do you know what, it could go either way, but I'm confident that it's gonna be us. And again,
but no reason it can't be.
I put money on us now, like.
But there's no reason
if this was in December, I'd be like, nah.
Yeah, but the thing is, for me, is that we just don't have that. We don't know our best start.
No, we don't.
And that's what's...
And we don't know what system we play.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's...
But this time last season...
There's no structure at the minute.
This time last season, we had less points than what we do now.
Surely not. There's no way.
Sorry, I don't think after the United game, but before that, it was like we had one more point this season than last season.
I think we mentioned that the other week.
I think that was before...
Was it last episode or the episode before?
Chelsea,
What episode was it?
I think it was before
was
Chelsea.
Was it the Chelsea episode or the one previewing Chelsea?
It
was one of the last two. And in that stage, alright, we've fucking lost 2 games, but you're not going to win you can't win every game, and that's what our fans need to realise. You can't win every game. You've got to be a realist and just go, well, we're not going to win every game, because look at the amount of points we dropped last season. Look at the amount of games Arsenal drew last season.
We've lost 10 out of the last 23, haven't we?
Yeah. But again, like you said...
Since we won the league, we've not played great.
But like you said, it's got to change somewhere, and you know what? It's got to be soon. It can't go on like this, can it?
We'll see, won't we?
Yeah.
We will see.
If we will see. Yeah, I'm not going to ask for predictions after...
You're not getting them.
We'll just have a good week.
Yeah,
go to Germany, go to London, have a good time, and win.
You're going to have a party both days, aren't you, Jay?
Yeah.
Well, listen, we'll call it there for Back of the Kop episode 6. We'll see you next week when... I'm not even going to say when we beat Frankfurt and Brentford, because it's evidently not worked for me recently, has it? So, we'll see you next week.